All right, here we are. Happy New Year. It's the first ExO Economy Core meeting of 2022, and we have a lot of the faithful team members here. Oh, I'm getting feedback. Where's this coming from? Hang on, let me find this. Okay, that was my browser tab that woke up and decided to that was disturbing. Okay. Anyway, we're back. It's 2022, and I'm just going to stop talking and get on to project updates from everybody. We'll start with Nikki and Eric. Before I turn it over to them, though, I just want to say there are some pretty big changes in store for ExOs and the ExO economy in the very early part of 2022. We will not be able to get into all of that on the broadcasts here. It's not time efficient or wise even necessarily. So if you want the down and dirty details of what's coming, you need to come to this meeting. So if you're watching this and you're like, oh, but they didn't tell me X, well, show up, ask your question, and then we'll go from there. Okay, over to you, Nikki, and then Eric.
All right, thanks. Welcome, everybody. We've got our budgets in the new year, planning for a big 2022, as Kent said. We're working on the Academy 3.0. We've got a lot more content on that and other people who are actually bringing their content to us to actually buy, sell, and trade within the Academy. We're in discussions with a co-working and co-living situation. We're looking into real estate and retreats and trying to do gatherings with a token exchange economy. So those are ongoing discussions. We've got a next gen podcast host on the docket. She's a young 16-year-old. Hopefully we'll be able to bring her into the fold in the next couple of weeks. And we're in a 2-week cohort with a youth initiative, which are building out a metaverse and a game to do tokenization, to do all kinds of this social exchange, if you would, for behaviors, learning, and this is all for the greater good, solving for the SDGs, world challenges, and that's intense, to say the least. We're in a 2-week cohort, so hopefully we'll be able to invite you all to the display, the demo day on Friday the 14th. So save the date. Over to you, Eric.
Thanks, Nikki. Good seeing everyone again. Happy New Year, and welcome back. I'm going to be really kind of mashing the throttle, I think, here in the coming weeks. Obviously, a lot of us were on holidays for the last couple of weeks around the world, so not too much to report from a project standpoint, but I do want to just reiterate something that Kent said about, these recordings, these broadcasts that we do, these weekly meetings that have been going on now literally for years. And so if you've been sitting on the sidelines, kind of waiting patiently to see what's been happening and when, I would say now and this year would be the time to kind of get involved and to stay involved, right? And even just within the Open ExO community, many of us serve in many ways, have gotten different credentials. Yaroslav usually has made these meetings as well. And there's a lot happening from the educational space, in addition to the work that Ying and Nikki has been doing, and Angela recently. Also just becoming an ExO ambassador, right? We have a whole separate WhatsApp thread there as well. And you'd be surprised about some of the stuff that's shared over there to kind of get your initial heads up. But this is definitely the place to do that. So other than that, just on the core treasury side, the treasurers have kind of gotten back together again this week. We do have a number of funding, as Nikki mentioned, and others that will be happening. And a reminder to, as the new year approaches, as you're thinking about what you want to try to accomplish this year, what you want to give back, how you want to serve, think about the sway proposals that maybe that you've already written and that you have already been funded, but perhaps that you want to do for this year. The Treasury is still sitting on lots of ExOs, which we need to distribute. And, that's all part of the ExO economy, of course. So, be thinking about how you want to use the token, as these weeks and months go on this year. We are getting closer and closer and closer to more announcements and more news and more exciting stuff that's going to be happening. And before I forget too, for those of you that might have missed it, I believe it was right before the holidays. So I think it was the second week of December. I think Kevin can share more, including a link. There was a nice little transmission from all members of the Open ExO team, and everybody kind of gave a little update. So it was a great sort of 2021 recap. And don't forget, of course, we will do the 2022 look ahead event coming up shortly. So with that, over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Eric. So yeah, also Happy New Year to everyone. 4th of January, can you believe it? As Eric did say, we at the end of last year we did share some messages, and on the 18th of January we look to have a 2022 forward-looking event, looking at what's in store for 2022 for not only Open ExO, our community, the economy, really everything we're doing to really drive transformation, to drive actual doing. That's really important. It is day one back, so got a lot of catching up to do, and yeah, really looking forward to this year. As I think we mentioned at the end of last year, there just are so many pieces coming together. So excited to be here, to be a part of the team that actually gets those together. And over to Lisa.
All right, Happy New Year, everyone. So Insights was definitely busy over the break. So we've been averaging about 5 to 6 articles a week, which has been fantastic. Still looking for more voices of the community, because I know we have over 4,000, tons of thousands of members. I don't remember what our current number is, but it would be great to have more voices, more stories of transformation and everything. So yeah, that's been the thing right now. Our weekly writing club resumes this Thursday. Starts at 9 a.m. PST on Zoom. So if you're interested in joining, reach out to me and I will send you a calendar invite. I'm actually currently writing an article that is to support all our writers on Insight who have published books. So look for an email from me. That is because I want to make sure I have all the details before the article goes live. If you are a published writer in the Open ExO community, please reach out to me. I would love to feature, but also get you some of your articles into Insight. That is, I would say, the biggest thing. I did meet with Salim and Peter over break briefly, did a little bit of a movement in the book, but we're still working on it. That's all I have. Over to Angelo. Or is Angelo driving?
Might be.
Okay, Pratik.
Hello guys, Happy New Year everybody, and updates are very nice. Team Yana would also be working with ExO's team for coming up developments, and we have some more proposals coming up from the Indian community, 2 more proposals especially. One proposal is with a burning use case and the other one is with the NFT side. We are internally discussing on how the best way possible for it, as well as Yana token is also an ERC20 token. We are working on evolving it to an ERC 1400 contract on the IOTA network, but an ERC token, primarily to ensure that we interact well. That's from us. And yeah, investment sides, we're still struggling on it. Investors do need several milestones, but yeah, we're going to get it done. Thank you.
Excellent. Which chain are you on? I'm sorry, Pratik, which chain are you on?
ISCP.
ISCP.
So
okay.
this IOTA.
Okay, got it. I'll check it out. Thank you. I'm sure you told me and I just trying to remember.
Over to Yang.
Okay. Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. Just give you a quick update on the support side. We will continue to be supporting you for the ExO economy during the new year, and there will be learning sessions and office hours scheduled every Thursday, and you can get the links and the information from ExO economy website under Academy. and we would help you if you wanted to participate more in the economy and learn how to use ExOs and how to initiate new projects and getting ExOs once you make the proposal and get an allocation of the ExOs. So
Can I interrupt you for just 1 second, Ying, and
Yes.
say thank you, and this is for you because what you're doing out there has just been astounding, and it's been an enormous help. And you get the first, if this is a thing, it's confetti of the year. It's the first one of the year. But I'm really, really grateful to the work you're doing out there and the help that you've given to many of our members. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Kent. And we do see a lot more people reaching out who currently have communities and they wanted to use ExOs to support their existing communities, and people who have knowledge and who want to contribute their content. So anything you can think of to utilize the ExO economy, we're happy here to support. Yeah, that's it.
Who's next?
Me.
Oh, Angelo.
Angelo.
Yeah.
Yes. Happy holidays. Happy New Year for all of you. Happy to meet you again. Well, from my perspective, and we are talking with the team about how we can deploy real asset connection with the token and assets. Will be super weird connection, but it's basically leverage asset. We are connected with people in Mexico, here in Chile, in Canada, in the way that we can use the ExO for hosteling, for example, or here in Chile with the DOM. With building in Mexico is a first kickoff, as Nikki mentioned, and in Canada with Future Real with Angela. That is the most challenging way that we are trying to put on the table during the year. There is a lot of meeting running out to finding the right place, the right moment, and the right intention, because you need to meet people, discuss the idea, teach them about the blockchain, teach them about the concept of token. Some of them really know that, and the other one don't know. But from my side, we are in all of our startup, we are using ExOs. We are accepting ExOs for the language school, for the DOM, and also for the common consultant or coaching activities. And that's the main goal for us, try to incentivize new communities, try to incentivize new people, connect with token communities such as I mentioned, Polygon, Algorand, or one of the 2,000 or 15,000, I don't know how many ExOs, token are already on the system. And also on the other hand, I want to highlight that there is almost 451 exchanges right now that are looking for token, which is different, Some years ago, the token was super specific. You have to look a place for launchpad your token, but right now they are looking for token for their exchange, which is weird, but it's already happening. Some of them is called ExO. ExO is in Mexico, and I just want to mention that and as an option. But during this year, we will be trying to incentivize more communities, incentivize more knowledge, and definitely will supporting the community. We will be supporting the community in all of the learning curve of the tokenization side.
So, 100% on point with you there. This is the same trend we're seeing. It's not, there may be 10,000 tokens out there, but there are 10 good ones. And what they're really looking for are the really good projects that have proven utility and value generation capability. And they want them on their exchanges and on their chains too. So, and this is sometimes as wrap tokens, sometimes as direct tokens using whatever format they have, Angelo. So ExO is not one of the exchanges that anybody I know of that's out looking for our first batches of listings I've talked to. So if you know somebody, let me know. But the challenge is always the same. It's one thing to put your token on an exchange. It's another thing entirely for there to be any liquidity whatsoever. So the exchanges that are successful in listing have to also be willing to work with you to find a path to liquidity support for the first weeks, basically of the token listing. And so we want to talk to major exchanges like ExO. So if that'd be great. And the really exciting thing is, Angela, we do have now a stable of list of exchanges and supporting liquidity ready for when we get ExOs live. Okay, so this has been the entire focus of last year. All of that work, right, was to make sure that when we launch, we actually live. you don't want to launch and tank and flatline, right? That'd be the worst possible outcome. And it's funny, but you have to do all these calculations of what you think that'll cost and how you'll do it. And it's tricky math because there's so many unknowns in those types of things. But I'm super confident at this point that once we make it happen, we've got liquidity support. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Who is next? Maybe or we're done.
I think that's everybody.
Kent.
Me? Oh no, God! I actually took off the time. There was one day where something happened, and I had to get up in the morning and deal with an issue. But beyond that, I actually took all those days off, and so I haven't read my email yet. This is my first meeting of the year. I don't feel particularly ready, other than to say, in summary, you've heard kind of what's going on, and there's a little thing that people forget sometimes. Dozens of projects are currently funded and operating around the world using ExOs as the official or formal currency of the OpenExO global community. And we are going full steam now to now scale, right? So, we've gotten to a point where everything works, everything's out there, lots of distribution, lots of utility. So now we just need to scale and get many, many more people aware. And that's going to be that's also going to drive liquidity. Remember, the original three legs of the stool, right? Were distribution, utility, and then the third was liquidity. And our delves into the town hall series last year, our experiments that didn't exactly entirely work, but our experiments in DeFi and decentralized exchanges were incredible learning experiences. My goodness, what did we learn? I mean, so much. So now we're just 100% ready. So I think, Nikki, for me, my only real update today is just to say we now have resources to grow the team and to go into the markets and to set up the absolute best infrastructure possible moving forward for the ExOs token. And for anybody who's watching this that doesn't know the whole history, I'm not going to tell you the whole history right now, it's too much, but this project has been going on for a while, and the community has been pretty good overall. And when I say scale, what I mean is scale of engagement of community. You see here on the screen a lot of folks that have been the driving force, keeping things moving forward, and there's others that don't necessarily come to the weekly meetings, but we've got a lot of potential that can be realized now, and that was the goal. We wanted to build that up. So ExOs is a digital asset with real utility in the world, is a real thing, and now we can properly add liquidity and immense amounts of capability, I think, for the members of the network. So yeah, that's all I would say today, Nikki. I have not dived back into all the other stuff. All right. Anybody else have any updates or thoughts, or do you need something? Are you stuck? What do you got? I'll do it. Going once, going twice. Get back to your day. All right. So very good. It's perfectly fine to end the meeting early. Everybody should do that anytime you get a chance. We're going to give you back about 17 minutes to your day. So have an awesome rest of your day wherever you are. I'll post thumbnails to this meeting and the last meeting. It looks like I forgot to do that, and right before the holiday. And I'm just so happy to see all of you, and wish you all the best and a happy new year. Bye.
Thanks.
Everyone.